And we are live. Okay. Good day, everybody. Uh, Welcome back to the Weekly Wanker, a show of news, opinions, and discussions. This week I've got no guest, but I am quite ill. Gyro was unable to make it here, but I have a new mic now, so I should sound extra sexy. Just a reminder that this show contains my opinions and nobody else's. Only a fool would believe that they reflect those of all our members. I also must apologise to a friend of the channel, Nero, who was rather distraught at my pronunciation last week of the town of Albania, New York. I am deeply sorry, and this will never happen again. Okay, so first up today, Monday celebrated the state of New York, which is Nero's home, its first weekend without a shooting in 25 years. They managed to go 25 fucking years and finally one without somebody getting shot. Sadly, however, the number of shootings this year is still up despite a record low of 292 in the year of 2017, which was the lowest number since the 1950s. Only in the first half of this year, there were 147 gun murders in New York, which were mostly happening in the Bronx and Brooklyn. This is a good thing. They managed to get a 3-day set, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where nobody was fucking shot dead, which it's America. We need to we need to celebrate when this manages to not happen. Uh, yeah, this is going to be a shorter show today because I don't have anybody to talk to unless anybody decides to hop into the Discord, which, again, link down in the description. Yes, the next story is a bit of a fairy tale moment from the town of Shaw in Mississippi. And I'm not talking about like a talking deer or a dashing prince saving a princess. This story is a bit more Brothers Grimm. The story which I speak of is that of a grandmother in the town who is currently under investigation after her granddaughter, 20 months old, was found dead with multiple stab wounds cooking inside the grandmother's oven. According to local reports, the child was found baked inside the oven by a family member who arrived home that evening. And although she has not formally been charged at the current time, as far as I'm aware, she has been detained for questioning. This is quite a fucked up story. But it's not something that happens every day, you know, so I guess we can be thankful for that. Yeah. Like, this is... I'm not sure if the grandmother just wanted to kill the fucking child because, hey, let's kill the fucking child. Or if she was actually insane. It could be either, to be honest. But I'm kind of on the side that she's not exactly in the right mind. So yeah, this Jesus, this is a difficult story to kind of talk about and think about. Uh, yeah. Well, what do I think about? Fucking, we're 5 minutes in and I'm already 2 stories down. I really need to get somebody to come on the show more often. Uh, so yeah. Hang on, I'm just gonna ask. No, nobody there. No. Never mind, I guess. This is gonna be a much shorter show, because, again, don't have anybody to talk to. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, okay. We've got another story involving babies. It seems to be a very baby-heavy week. The remains of 11 infants were found inside the ceiling of a shuttered funeral home in Detroit. after being shut down in April of this year for several violations, including, quote, deplorable conditions, including a dead body which was left with what looked like mould on it inside an unrefrigerated garage. And I know there's going to be at least one person who goes, that's not how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's garage or fucking whatever. I don't care. Yeah, an anonymous letter was sent to state regulators, which led them to the exact location of the bodies, which was inside the first floor ceiling. The 9 of the babies were inside a cardboard box, and another 2 were found inside caskets, but still above the fucking ceiling. Yeah, I put that front. Yeah. The former owner of the funeral home was quoted as saying he was, quote, sorry it happened and totally appalled, end quote. Sorry. A cadaver dog has been sent through the building, though no other remains have been found. Yeah, and it's currently being converted into a community centre. Because, you know, like, that's exactly what you need in a community centre. Dead babies in the ceiling. Yeah. These really don't go too well when I don't have anybody else to talk to. Alright, so. Second last story. Jesus fuck, I need a co-host. In other news, a man in Florida, because of course this fucking happened in Florida, where else could it fucking happen, has been charged with misdemeanor domestic battery following his decision to assault his mother with sausages. That's one hell of a fucking headline. The man, who is 22-year-old Hermes Calais Gasparin, that's probably not the correct pronunciation, he demanded his mother make him dinner on the 8th of October, and after her being too busy to make it for a while, she did decide to make him dinner. And in the process of making his dinner, which consisted of the aforementioned sausages, she accidentally bumped into her son. Now, instead of taking this like any normal person would, he decided to assault his mother with the sausages, throwing them into her eye, and then grabbing her by the neck and pushing her down. Now, despite claiming that he simply wanted her to apologise, he has been arrested. This is just another story of idiots being idiots, and I feel like a lot of these stories come out of Florida, whether that's a good or bad thing. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Alright, and the final story for today. Thoughts are thoughts. Kim Kardashian is a thought. And not only that, her little 5-year-old daughter, Northwest, is also a thought. A video was posted to Kardashian's Instagram showing North wearing copious amounts of makeup and red lipstick, captioned, "Relax mom shammers, it's coming off in a few minutes." Just saying that headline makes me want to be fucking sick. Yeah. Not only that, child, thoughts across the world are shoveling makeup on at as young as 5 years old. Yeah, these literal children are getting hundreds of dollars makeup painted daily onto their face, and somehow people are okay with that, their parents are okay with that. Well, thoughts do as thoughts be, and they are spreading. You all know as well as I do, this kind of shit would not have flown when any of us were kids. And it does need to stop. This might sound a bit preachy, but I don't care. Like, these kids are too caught up in trying to look like the latest top celebrity or whatever that they aren't spending any time actually being children. Like, if you're a parent, please don't let your children do this. You're an idiot. Yeah, that was a bit of a rant. And yep, nobody showed up. Nobody's in the chat. Mustn't have sent the notification out. I've been streaming for 10 minutes and I'm finished. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a few minutes. I'm not saying much, probably. Actually, no, there's some other stuff I could talk about. There was a school shooting in Crimea, which, in case you didn't know, because I've seen a few people who apparently still don't know this, Crimea was a region in Ukraine which was annexed by Russia in 2014. And in this region, there has been a school shooting. I don't remember the shooter's name. I don't have the story here in front of me. Yeah, he managed to kill, including himself, 20 people, leaving a further 70 people injured, with 10 of those in critical condition. Now, after this, the region of Crimea has been placed under a state of a state of emergency, with members of the Russian National Guard and the what's it called? Army. That's the one. With members of the army being sent into Crimea, as it is believed that the child was motivated by Ukrainian rebels, rebels who just want that bit of their country back because it was taken illegally. Yeah, we had no. What I do remember is the child. He was 17, I believe. He legally obtained the gun that he used. He got a hunting license and got his shotgun and 150 rounds just a few days ago. And following that, he shot at the school. But he got it completely legally. He passed all the background checks. And there wasn't much that could have been done to stop him. Apart from the fact that this was a kid who was fairly shy, who didn't have many friends, and was bullied a lot. And if you actually look at most of the school shooters that we've had in our history as a planet, they've pretty much all been like that, or a former student who was like that. Even if you take Eric and Dylan of Columbine fame, they pretty much had each other and not much else. Yeah, the kid in Crimea, completely legal. He set off a nail bomb in the canteen, which killed nobody, but did blow out all the windows, and then gunned down a large amount of people with his shotgun. And even though the gun was completely legally obtained and he passed all the background checks and there was nothing that could have been done to stop this, apart from maybe not being a cunt to the kid, people are still going to use this against gun owners and try to put more legislation on guns, which isn't the answer. It's stop being assholes to children. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. Guns make it easier, but as comes out of places like China and even England, serial stabbings do also happen and sometimes have quite a bit higher death tolls than shootings like I believe there was one in Tokyo. I'm checking if that's true. Now that I think killed 40 people. Oh no, it was 19 people killed in Sagamihara in a hospital. Oh no, wait. No. Wards aren't hospitals in Japan, it's areas. So yeah, in the Midori ward of Sagamihara in Kanagawa in Japan, probably not pronouncing those right. I don't know. I'm not a weeaboo. I don't speak Japanese. Japanese. Uh, yeah. 19 people were killed in that stabbing, and 26 others were injured, with half of those being severe injuries. Like, you can kill as many people with a gun or as with a knife as you can with a gun. It's just a bit more difficult. Yeah, and people are going to use this against gun owners and people who enjoy guns, because that's what people do whenever there's a shooting or whatever happens. They decide that we need to ban guns, even though if people are getting the guns illegally and committing the shootings, the law isn't going to stop them from getting the guns. That's what makes getting the guns illegal. Yeah, so that is the end of my little rant on that story. And then another one just before I end, after 20 minutes of news in an hour slot. And still nobody... Oh, not even 20 minutes. It's 16 minutes. Yeah. After nobody showed up again. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Korea has built a mech. Like, you remember the film, what was it? Avatar, that's the one. With the big mech yokes with the sword. It looks like that. And it's it's not quite walking, it's more shuffling. But it is moving, it's going. Yeah, it's... Wait, hang on, was this... Oh my fucking god, I think I set it to private. Hang on. I'm such a fucking idiot if this was what happened. That's possibly why nobody showed up. Because I'm retarded and I didn't set it to public and not private. I'm just after doing fucking 20 minutes of news. The stream wasn't even actually public. Well, that's just another piece of evidence of my unbridled fucking autism. Yeah, but like 20 minutes of news isn't that bad. Well, 18 minutes, and it wasn't. Oh, hey, Five's here. Hey, Five. Yeah, I set it to, or it was on private and not public because I'm retarded. Though it should have been public because I clicked schedule next stream, so it was actually scheduled, so it should have shown up on the thing, even though it didn't. And that's, I think, my fault as much as it is YouTube's fault, because YouTube's a bit shit. But also, another piece of news: you might have noticed that YouTube was down yesterday, and YouTube has declined to state why. Yes, Turbo Autismo is completely correct. Though also no you. And also, does the mic sound well? I don't know. I haven't streamed on this yet. I don't know what it actually sounds like. I've been told it sounds pretty good. I've recorded a bit and it sounded alright, but I don't know what it's like with YouTube compression. So yeah, we're at 19 minutes and 15 seconds, and I'm finished and retarded. And thank you, Five. It sounds good, apparently. So yeah, people watching the VOD will think I'm an idiot, but also they'll be able to hear my voice without any crackles or shit that was on my headphone mic, because I got a new one and it's pretty cool. Yeah, so 20 minutes of news. Unless Five, you want to hop in voice chat, and I'll see if we can get that working and we can talk about shit. Or oh no, wait, because you don't like doing voice, do you? Yeah. Oh well. So yeah, I think I'll be ending it pretty soon then, because I've talked about all the news that I had. Like, unless you want me to do it again. I mean, it'll be a pretty fucking boring VOD with saying everything twice, but I guess that'd fill up another 20 minutes. Can I get copy? Would this get copy striked if I like hum music? I really fucking hope not. That yeah, it'd fuck the VOD. True. Like, do you want to get in voice or nah? I mean, like the VOD's gonna be pretty fucked already, to be honest. With nobody showing up and me just running through the news. I'm like, yeah, actually, like 15 minutes for. I got a license for that humming, no, but I'm also not English, so. Top tier British spy James Bond also needs a license to kill, so. Uh, yeah, so like, actually, yeah, I've said it 3 times already, but unless you want to jump on voice, I'm going to be ending it here. So just waiting for the answer. And 2 people watching, including me, so very successful stream. Real good, real nice. I sent it to people on fucking. Yeah, I can't join voice. Rip. Alright. Anyways, I have been Potato. This has been a fuck up of a show. And at least the mic sounds good. Good night.